Best fighter in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Yo, Crawford ain't getting knocked out. He ain't getting knocked out. Look, where the evidence is supporting that? Where is the evidence supporting that? Just because y'all think he light in the ass, y'all think that's just it?
Remember, he has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something which will fall into Canelo's hand.
Oleksandr Usyk says Canelo Alvarez is making a big mistake by taking on Terence Crawford. Usyk called Crawford the best boxer in the world right now and the top pound-for-pound fighter of this era. His comments show the high level of respect he has for Crawford's skills, making it clear he views him as a step above the rest, even Canelo.
Terence Crawford, number one, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough, great fighter, top fighter. So that's a good,
Yes.
that's a good number one, but it's debatable, it's subjective, but that's a good pick. So, round number 4, why did Daniel Dubois push you yesterday? Do you know why? He gave you a push?
I don't know, maybe Daniel afraid me, I don't know.
Terence Crawford comes into this fight with confidence that borders on certainty. He isn't treating victory as a chance, it's an expectation. In his mind, there are no excuses because he believes he's the more skilled fighter and has prepared for every situation. That mindset comes from years of dominating across multiple weight classes. When a fighter shows this kind of self-assurance, it can create serious psychological pressure on the opponent.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Crawford's coach sent a clear warning to Canelo Alvarez, saying Crawford's drive should never be underestimated. He explained that once Crawford sets a goal, he never turns back, a trait he's shown his entire career by taking on challenges many thought were impossible. Stepping up to fight Canelo is just another example of that mindset. The coach stressed that Crawford's strength isn't only physical, but also mental, built on discipline, toughness, and relentless focus, which he credits as the real key to Crawford's success.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We going to do everything we can to him. We going to do whatever we got to do, but one thing you can expect is Crawford is going to step to him, because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something, and he better know Crawford is coming.
Jarrell Miller added to the debate by highlighting Crawford's hunger. In boxing, he said, hunger can outweigh experience and even talent because it pushes a fighter past their limits. He sees Canelo as a champion who already has wealth and fame, while Crawford is still chasing a lasting legacy. That difference in motivation, Miller believes, could swing the fight toward Crawford, since hunger fuels tougher training, longer preparation, and sharper focus when the pressure is on.
Who do you think's going to win that?
I'm pulling for Crawford in this one. I think people are underestimating his strength right now and his size. And I think he's a little more hungry than Canelo. So let's see though, but I like both guys, but I'm more a little closer to Crawford, so I want to see Crawford can take it.
And lastly, quick mention on IBA Pro. Interesting concept that, people records aren't on the line. So I know in boxing, people don't like risking their own and things. Do you feel like this is a step forward, so this could become a major player in boxing?
I think it definitely can. I mean, any opportunity to make some money and build your repertoire and your arsenal.
Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins gave a bold prediction, saying Crawford has an 85% chance of beating Canelo. Coming from someone who knows the demands of elite competition, that's a big endorsement. Hopkins highlighted Crawford's intelligence, strategy, and adaptability, qualities he believes can neutralize Canelo's strengths. By giving him such high odds, Hopkins is essentially backing Crawford's skill, preparation, and self-belief as the ingredients that often lead to major upsets.
Does he win? Can he beat him? Can he beat Canelo? Is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here. And I want to show you, even though you're being stubborn, that your time not only have came, but it's gone. He ain't gonna surrender and say, I'll slow it up, so I'm gonna act like it. No, he has to be shown. And it has to be early.
Tim Bradley argued that Canelo has shown struggles even against fighters with smaller resumes. He pointed to William Skull pushing Canelo through a full 12-round fight and giving him trouble. Bradley noted that if Skull could do that, it's hard to imagine Crawford, widely seen as the best pound-for-pound fighter today, falling short. His takeaway was simple: in boxing, skills matter more than reputation.
If Skull, right, can hold Canelo to 152 punches thrown in an entire 12-round fight, 152 punches, you don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If William Skull can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round? Oh my goodness. If Charlo, 154 pounder, can go up to 168 pounds. Respect Charlo's skills, but he ain't got Crawford's skills. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? You don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? The most skillful fighter on planet Earth? Oh, damn, let me go even further. If Jaime Munguia, you could throw a penny in the ring, it's gonna hit him. You could throw a dime in the ring, it's gonna hit him. You could throw a feather in the damn ring, it's gonna hit him. It's gonna hit him. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? Damn, I got another one. I got another one. If Berlanga, if Berlanga can go.
Daoud Bey dismissed the noise around Canelo sparring with Jaron Ennis, saying it's nothing unusual and won't give Canelo any real advantage against Crawford. He explained that sparring partners come and go, but fights are decided by execution under the lights. Bey also pointed out that Ennis's family has ties to Canelo, and the story is being blown out of proportion. In the end, he stressed that Crawford's style is unique and can't be replicated by any sparring partner.
I don't know if to spar Canelo ahead of Terence Crawford's bout.
For me personally, alright, well, I live in Philly, right? So, interacting with Mr. Boozy and them sometimes, you know little stuff. So, Boots, whole family, they been had a relationship with Canelo. Like, this not new. Pooh was up there camping with him, Farrar was up there boxing him or whatever. And then Canelo, period, he boxed Philly guys. When he was about to fight Floyd, he was boxing Brother Nazim nephew and all of them. So this ain't nothing really new that Canelo doing right now or that Boots is doing right now. I think that it's just being made to be a big deal because like on the internet, and fans, as much stuff as they like to talk about Boots sometimes, they understand from looking at his skill set and stuff like that, that he would be someone who can help Canelo. Like, you know what I mean, in a situation like this. If you're the kind of person that look at sparring and consider it to be a help, which it can be, especially, you know, Boots being a switcher, being a boxer, puncher, the athleticism he has, the footwork he has. If you wanted to get ready for Terence Crawford, that would be a great guy to box with. So I think that's a good thing for Canelo. I think it's an even better thing for Boots. Well, even better thing for Canelo because he's the one that got to fight right now.
What's your group? Boots got to fight October 11th.
He
We're
does.
moving up, so
he's getting this. You know what I mean? This up the level of Boots camp, and he get paid for it. I'm glad he got an opportunity like that. Get to see himself in there with a guy like that. Anyway, that can help him psychologically a lot. So
Crawford explained why he's so confident, saying, asterisk knockouts don't just come from big punches, but from the shots opponents never see coming. Asterisk that mindset separates him from fighters who depend only on raw power. While Canelo is known for his heavy shots, Crawford believes the real danger comes from timing, precision, and disguise. By breaking opponents down, frustrating them, and capitalizing on their mistakes, he creates the perfect openings for fight-ending punches.
A big punch to knock somebody out. It's the ones that you don't see that hurt you. All my fights that I loaded up and I try to catch somebody, you know what I mean, with a big shot, I typically miss, or they see it at the last minute and they brace for it. You know, the ones that just flow is the ones that get.
Marcus Brown shed light on Crawford's preparation, noting that he often spars with fighters much bigger than him, even those built like heavyweights. This experience has trained him to handle heavy punches calmly without losing focus. Brown argued that this separates Crawford from others who might crack under pressure. So when Canelo lands his hardest shots, Crawford won't be shaken. He's already dealt with that kind of power in training.
Fan of both of them, but I'm going with Crawford. You know, typically fighters, you know, they don't want to say who they want to go for because, you know, they don't want to be biased.
Yeah.
And much respect to Canelo, but I'm going Bud.
Is there a particular reason why? Like, you're a guy that's moved up in weight, so you know exactly what it feels like to get hit by these bigger guys. Is that something that's gonna play in the back of his head? Like,
of course,
gotta watch out.
It is, but it's not. Because at the end of the day, it's not like he just been in there, got in there with somebody bigger than him. He's always probably been sparring with bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? It's that boxing IQ, which, you know, William Skull didn't put up no fight, but he showed somewhat of a blueprint to get this guy, you know, in a space where he's confused.
Yeah.
And he can't touch his target that's in front of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just think Bud got that IQ.
Victor Ortiz called this fight a masterstroke for boxing, pointing to its huge commercial appeal and the massive pay-per-view numbers it's set to pull. But beyond the business, he favors Crawford to win. Ortiz dismissed Canelo's size advantage as overstated and not the deciding factor. For him, the matchup isn't about who's bigger, it's about who's smarter and sharper once the bell rings.
Difference from Canelo then to Canelo now. Other than the way they're maneuvering their fights, he secures some amazing fights, very smart with the matchups, right? He'll go find somebody of this weight class that is yes, he's undefeated, yes, he's got this and that, but they fought nobody. So it's a very they're very catered fights, but they do it very smart, like Logan and Jake Paul. But this guy can sell tickets. It's true of what Oscar De La Hoya said. So with that being said, what I know about the game is this much. I've known Terence Crawford since we were 7, 8, 9 years old because I'm from Kansas. Terence is from Nebraska.
Yeah.
And in little tournaments we'd see around the area, Four Corners or whatever, we'd always see each other. And he knew Bucky. I mean, I knew his team. And my thing is this: I have Terence Crawford winning on an easy fight. I believe everyone's like, well, Canelo's the bigger man. No, he's not. Terence Crawford and I, we're the same size. We're 5'9". Canelo's shorter than us. We're bigger than he is, chest-wise. I think really where Canelo's probably bigger than us is his legs. He's got thicker legs. Other than that, we're very athletic. We can box, we can bang. I believe I'm going with the Midwest. That's my brother, Terence Crawford.
Analysts warn that even with Crawford's skill, he's stepping into dangerous ground. Moving into Canelo's weight class means facing opponents who naturally bring more size, strength, and toughness. Crawford has dominated at lower weights, but this stage is different. Canelo has already beaten champions bigger and stronger than him, showing he can handle elite competition at this level. His power and adaptability give him a clear edge. Crawford's jump from 147 to 168 pounds is historic. Few fighters ever take such a leap, especially while chasing undisputed status in 3 divisions. He's approached it with careful planning, focusing not just on adding weight, but on reshaping his body to perform at a higher class. His camp has centered on conditioning to make sure he keeps his speed, reflexes, and stamina intact.
170 pounds, which is huge, absolutely huge for a 154 pounder. Especially, it's just shocked me that he's come up from 135 and now he's still putting on that much weight. He's rehydrating that much at 154. And indeed, to bring us even closer to the modern day, the thing that was posted, and again, this is the second time we've seen this, is why I'm kind of thinking there's a bit of a theme here with Crawford posting his weight when he's not actually in full training camp. On February the 9th, 2025, he posted an Instagram story and he showed himself weighing 186 pounds on a gym scale. Now, that's so much bigger than I imagined Crawford would be. I never thought this guy would walk around at 186 pounds, which for anyone who needs the conversion is just over 84 kilograms. And now look, it's not an unthinkable weight for someone, but for someone who has fought as low as Crawford has, who is generally as lean and as in shape as Crawford is, that's a lot of...
Amir Khan strongly defended Crawford's chances, praising his precision and ability to wear opponents down, especially with body shots. He pointed out that these tactics were key in Crawford's win over Errol Spence and believes they could work just as well against Canelo. Khan noted that Crawford's skill in controlling the pace forces opponents into mistakes, which he punishes quickly. He argued that many people underestimate how skill can beat size, and that Crawford's toolkit is perfectly suited for this type of challenge. The build-up has also revealed a sharper edge to Crawford. His shove at Canelo during the face-off wasn't just for show, it was a statement. Analysts like Showbiz the Adult saw it as a psychological move, meant to prove Crawford isn't intimidated and is entering with an aggressive mindset. That mental battle, they say, is just as important as the physical one, and Crawford is looking to win it before the first bell rings.
Canelo's a friend now after our fight we had, and also Crawford had shared training camp with him as well. It's a good fight, but I'm not going to say too much. Okay. I'm going to save it till on the day of the fight. Okay. But look, it's going to be a mega fight. Honestly, it's hard to pick the winner. Yeah. But like I said, it's a close one.
When, I know you said you don't want to say too much, but when people talk about Crawford boxing on the outside and, using his movement, almost making it boring in a sense, do you think he can do that with the added weight that gets put on and him boxing in that certain style that we haven't really seen him box like before? In terms of boxing on the outside and almost sort of that stick and moving type.
You're talking about Crawford, yeah?
Crawford, yeah.
Look, Crawford's going to probably do the same thing that he knows best, which is box, be smart, slow movements, small steps. It's only small steps he's taking. So if he, look, and it's always worked for him. Every fight he's been in. We thought that the fight with Spence was going to be hard, and he made it look so easy. Now, we've never really seen him in a hard fight where we've seen him in trouble, so maybe this could be the fight that puts him in that trouble to see what he's going to be like when he's under pressure. You know what I mean? We've never seen either fighter under pressure, like a lot of pressure. You can't say...
Maybe Golovkin for Canelo, I guess you could say.
Exactly, Golovkin, But other than that, I don't class the Mayweather fight a hard fight, because Mayweather just a runner, wasn't he?
Yeah. I guess Bivol had the size.
Bivol had the size advantage, but this one, I think Canelo has the size advantage, but then again...
Andy Lee wrapped up by stressing how important this fight really is. He dismissed the idea that Crawford is simply too small, pointing instead to the physical transformation Crawford has gone through. For Lee, this matchup shows boxing at its finest: skill versus power, speed versus strength. He argued that Canelo's size alone won't secure him victory, because Crawford's agility, creativity, and tactical flexibility can balance the scales. His view captures the excitement around the event. This isn't just another fight. It's a clash that could reshape legacies and captivate fans across the globe.
Like every good fight, no one really knows the skill and competitiveness and ring craft of Crawford, or then you can say the same things about Canelo, but just he has that size. And but I see Crawford in New York when Hamza fought Berlanga, and he doesn't look too small anymore. He's filled out a lot. He looks quite big. It's a great fight. I think they're equally matched in skill.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.